theme during this winning streak has been starting fast. You guys started fast again tonight. How important is that for you guys?
Yeah, it's critical for us. Allows our defensive line to really pin their ears back in the pass game. And when we jump out on teams, we always feel good about our chances.
Is there something you personally do to start as fast as you have? You're 17 of 19, but the past 2 games coming into tonight you started 11 of 14.
Yeah, Zac and our coaches come up with great script early on to really attack what we're trying to see, and we just always feel good coming into the game, so we just got to keep that going.
So you guys hadn't gotten a ton of productivity from tight ends over the first 7 games. What did it mean for those guys to do what they did tonight?
Yeah, those guys were awesome today. They really stepped up. Tanner, Irv, Mitch, Drew, they all made big plays for us, so we're going to need more of it.
What were you dealing with, Joe, on your finger?
It was
second quarter?
A little cut, nothing bad.
Joe, Zac always talks about how November football is different for you guys. Just a couple weeks into November, how do you feel about the way you guys are going offensively?
Yeah, we're coming along. We played well the last couple weeks. We just got to keep it going. We're going to keep getting better every day in practice. Keep talking through routes. Keep talking through what we're trying to accomplish, and go from there.
4th and 1, you show a lot of confidence in Tanner. What was your thought process on that?
Remind me what play that was?
I think it was a 4th and 1.
What part of the field?
Toward the locker room.
Yeah, I can't quite recall that play. But Tanner, I have a lot of faith in. He's makes plays on scout team every week, and so when he was up, I felt really confident about his ability to get open and make plays for us.
Joe, as much as you guys take pride in starting fast the last several games, closing out games is probably even more important. What does it say about this offense that you can execute under those situations?
Yeah, last 2 weeks we were able to put together drives to close out games. That's what we need out of our offense.
What happened on the thing? Do you know when you got kind of hurt?
No, you don't really know what happens. It just started bleeding.
Doesn't have any effect on
No.
The last finishing drive, were you expecting them to push up and try to throw over the top? Was that kind of something in the moment when you looked at it and said, let's go?
Well, in those situations, they got to be more aggressive because, if we run the ball well, we could just run the clock out. So, I expected a little man. TV made a great play for us, ran a great route. We were able to connect on it.
What about the pass you threw the tee on that bullet? I think it was set up the field goal. Can you go through that play, what you saw there? It seemed like quite a...
Yeah, I think you're talking about the slant in the red zone. Yeah, T. I told T coming into the game, he was feeling good, so I was gonna, feed him the ball today, and he came out big for us, stepped up big for us. He's going to continue to do that. He always does. I have a lot of faith in that guy.
Specific to this game, what did you feel like you guys did well enough on offense in terms of what your game plan was against this Buffalo defense that led you guys to be able to win tonight?
Yeah, we made plays. They do a good job on defense, disguising coverages, giving us different looks, bringing pressures, and disguising those. So, you have to be ready to adjust and adapt on the fly. I thought we did that really well today.
Joe, what does it say about this team back here to run off 4 straight? I know you've done it before last year, certainly the year before, but to rebound from the start you guys had and to get hot again, what does it say about this team?
Yeah, we were 1-0 this week. That's all that matters. We got to be 1-0 next week too. So we're just taking it a day at a time. We'll come in and watch the tape tomorrow, go through our routine, and we'll go from there.
Is the matter-of-fact response just kind of the mentality about long way to go, there's no way we're going to make too much of this?
Yeah, this was only game 8. We still got 9 games left, so we're 5-3 right now. We're in a great spot. We just got to continue to get better.
What's the most encouraging thing you've seen out of the team over the last couple of weeks, given the quality of the role you have in terms of what you're performing?
Yeah, we're really happy with how we played the last couple of weeks. We got to keep it going. We were 1-0 this week. We got to be 1-0 next week too. This week means nothing. We'll come in tomorrow, watch the tape, lift, go about our business. We'll go from there.
You mentioned that T said he was feeling good. Did you know before the game that this was going to be a game where you were going to be actively looking for him more than maybe other players?
Not specifically, but I knew that, I liked the matchup with him today in one-on-one situations, and we were able to get some. When they were playing man, they were shading the safety over to Jamar, and so, T had to step up, and he did.
What's it like as a quarterback to see Zac be aggressive on 4th downs in certain situations as y'all are in a game like this?
Yeah, I always have faith in our ability to get the job done in those situations. we did and we didn't in certain situations, so we got some improvement to do there.
Sack just once tonight. What did you think about the offensive line?
Yeah, they played really well. We'll watch the tape and go from there, but I thought I had time to do what I needed to do today.
How much input do you have, if any, in winning the toss, taking the ball first versus deferring?
None. I always prefer to take the ball. I guess depending on the opponent, how they play, but I was feeling good about that today.
Did you see that as a message to take it first in this game particularly?
Maybe. It's tough to say.
How long do you think Cam Taylor is playing at the quarterback spot right now?
Yeah, he continues to make plays for us. As on offense, you don't really you don't watch their tape and you don't see every play, but you see the big plays that he's always making and the tackles that he makes and the passion that he plays with. So he's a great guy to have on our team. Great locker room guy. Great guy to build the culture we're trying to build.
After Joe Mixon's touchdown, you pointed over at Zac. It looked like you were happy about the play call. Is that what I was reading into there? Is that accurate? Or?
Yeah, it was a great call. It was 3rd and 3 from the 3, something like that, where usually we pass the ball in those situations, so I don't think they were quite expecting a run. I thought it was a great call.
Do you think they were expecting a run on the last one that picked up the first down, or the one that basically sealed?
Yeah, for sure. And that was well blocked, well executed. Joe made a big play.
I know you played the Bills in the playoffs since Monday Night Football last year, but this being the first time Damar Hamlin back in Cincinnati, what were you feeling seeing him on the other side on the road game?
Yeah, it's always nice to see his face when you go through something like that and you see that up close. So, I'm happy that he's feeling better, happy that he's back on the field. But I think everybody wants to put that behind us and move on.
Joe, you handed a ball to a young fan walking off the field. Was there anything behind that, or just kind of spur of the moment?
No, I don't need any more of those balls. So, I would make somebody's day.
Yeah.
Well, I thought the way that our defense was playing overall the entire game, you felt like they were in pretty good control, and so we needed to keep that 2-score lead. That was kicking that field goal to go up 2 scores. You felt that was going to put us in big position. Obviously, they're an explosive offense. They went down and scored, and then I was happy that our offense was able to finish it out. That was a big run by Mixon there on the last play of the game. That put us in that position. That's something we got to pride ourselves on, is finishing with the ball to close out the game, and so I thought that they did that.
What was the decision, I guess, for the tight ends to be involved as much as they were, or is that just where the ball went?
That's where the ball went. I thought Buffalo did a great job, man. They don't make it easy on you. I thought, they got a great team. Their defense, I thought, played really well and made things difficult. We had to earn everything we got. I thought our guys responded the right way. I thought our tight ends responded the right way, and that's why, we gave game ball to James Casey. He gets those guys ready. He plays a lot of them. They know every single detail of this offense. They're always prepared. We make a lot of adjustments in game with the tight ends that they got to be able to handle. And so there's a lot of things that they did, not even when the ball came their way today, that they just did from a game plan standpoint that really helped us be successful.
You guys signed Tanner, obviously, to the active roster,
Yeah.
but for Irv to respond the way he did as well tonight, how important was that?
Not surprising at all. The way that Irv prepares, he puts himself in a position to be successful. And so days like today aren't surprising for that. Drew Sample, he does all the nasty things for us, and for him to make that play for that touchdown was special. And then Tanner came in and made the plays that came his way like we expected him to, and Mitch always has a role as well. So, those guys, they just do. You can't say enough about that room. I really can't say enough about James Casey. He sets the right attitude for that room, and they respond the right way, and they make the plays when their numbers called.
The touchdown by Sample, is that the design of it for him to sling, or is that just kind of a little bit of almost an improv?
Yeah, that's great awareness, and that's just Joe trusting him and having understanding of it's a very loose check down there that they got on the same page on, and so Drew can kind of just feel it as Joe feels it, and there's something to be said for that type of connection, and then for him to finish it off the way he did was awesome to see.
Zac, you guys have been creating turnovers quite a bit in this 4-game winning streak tonight. Another interception, forced fumble. Can you talk especially about the forced fumble?
Yeah, we preach it nonstop. Our defensive staff does a great job with the turnover circuit, the ball security, preaching it. Our guys know. Our guys, they've all been here so long. They know that's how you win these games, these close games particularly. They all do a great job of it. Jermaine Pratt's a big driving force of that, and I believe he's the one that forced the fumble that Nick got. No surprise there. That's just one of the many things that he does well for this team.
How pleased were you to see T. Higgins with the performance
again, another guy I'm not surprised about. You know, it was just I've told you he's kind of a victim of circumstance the way the season's gone so far with his injuries and things like that. And he stepped up big time. He won a lot of one-on-ones. He made a lot of big plays and moments we needed to have them. Some for first downs, some for close to first downs. But I thought T did a great job. The slant route he went on that got us into the low red zone, you know, before we kicked that last field goal was a huge win on third down. So that was big by T.
Big Sunday night game, good team. What made you guys so good at rising up to these types of moments over the last few years?
They're just the character of the team. You know, these are the stages they want to be on. They don't shy away from them. That confidence is earned confidence. It's not anything phony to try to present themselves as if they're ready for these games. They've worked for it, and they trust not only themselves, but they trust their teammates to be next to them, making those plays that can win. And you know, so the team was ready for the environment. Our fans were ready for this environment. You know, the second biggest crowd in Bengals history. We could feel them. You know, I really felt when Buffalo had the ball that they were loud, and they created some issues there for them, and that energy certainly fueled us today. So that was awesome to see. I like the striped sections too. I thought that was pretty cool.
It seemed like every drive after this first couple was ending up with you in decision and plus territory.
Yeah.
How were you thinking through what you give? Aggressive or conservative philosophy?
Yeah. As the game goes, you've got to evolve as well, you know, and you're right there on field goal fringe a couple times, you know, and ultimately we went for it on the 4th and 5. That's one we'll talk through to make sure I made the right decision there. We didn't get it. Our defense was playing really well, so if you punt, you pin them deep. I think it was a 55-yard field goal at the time, which there's a lot of decisions to be made there, you know, and you got to do them pretty quick, and that's one we'll talk through and see how we land on it if we do something different.
So you originally were more conservative, and you were thinking it might play that way, but then your evolution in this game was maybe let's push a little bit more on.
There were some times early where we would have been aggressive, and it just the next play didn't happen that way, and so we didn't have to make that decision. So there were some that we either converted or didn't gain a little bit of yardage to go for it. So we were ready to be conservative again. I mean, ready to be attacking in a game like that.
Were you going to go for it if you didn't get it on the 3rd and 4 there at the very end, or did you already have the end of the 4th down in your head what you were going to do?
Well, we were in field goal range at that point, so that would have been a field goal right there and let Evan Eitz it for us.
Zac, the 4 straight wins really feels like Joe Burrow can start moving again.
Yeah.
Does it feel like this team is a championship contender again? It's kind of reminded everyone that's who this team is.
We don't need to worry about that right now. We know that we have a team that we trust and believe in, and we have a huge game next week against the Houston Texans, and that's all we need to worry about right now. We're not even at the midway point of the season yet, so the only thing that we can focus on is getting ready for Houston, and I know that our guys are going to do that.
How big is it to get a game like this on prime time against another team that's been in contention for the AFC title the last couple of years like y'all have?
Well, I mean, we have to prove it every single week. It doesn't matter if you're playing the Buffalo Bills or whoever else. I think we got a lot of great teams on our schedule that are going to be coming at us, with the Houston Texans being one of them. So again, we just focus on whoever's in front of us. We got to be ready. We got to put in 6 great days of work, go put our best effort out on the field, find a way to get the win, and then move on to the next week.
3rd straight game with opening a game with 2 offensive touchdowns. You say you want to always play with the lead. You've been able to do that over this streak.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's proven. You know, if we can start fast and get a lead, you know, our defense pins their ears back and gets after the quarterback and creates turnovers, and you know, obviously it's easier to call a game when you've got the lead on offense as well. So I think our guys really responded the right way to that.
Was that even more important tonight? Is that why you won the toss and took the ball? Did you feel like you had to get a lead early?
Yeah, I think it's a great way to start. You know, put pressure on the other team in a road environment for them, and trusted our offense to go down there and be able to score.
Before the game, I know you're getting ready, you're focused on that, and you've seen him since, but DeMar Hamlin on the other sideline, here again, what was that experience like?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, again, like I've said, it's great the way it's all played out, you know, and a lot of good has come from it. It's brought 2 communities close together that maybe otherwise wouldn't have any reason for that, and so it's great to see that he's doing well.
Your thoughts on Cam Taylor and how he was tonight and how he performed since he came to the Bengals?
Yeah, I mean, just creating turnovers is what it's about. And so Cam's got great ball skills. So, again, he continues, every time the ball's in his hands, he's going to find a way to make that pick. And so that's a great job by Cam. Okay, thank you.